My name is Alexandra Bowman, and it was such a privilege to be selected as an interior cover artist for this edition of Canvas. I'm excited. Thank you, Lindsay, for coming up with the idea of doing the museum gallery. Or the Canvas gallery. What a fun idea! I'm currently a freshman at Georgetown University. I'm sitting right in front of Healy Hall. I know the sun, it's early evening, so it's backlit a little bit, but you can see our kind of Hogwarts-style building back there. So I live about 20 minutes from here in Centerville, Virginia, so it's not a far drive from college to home, which is a real blessing. So I might just give a little bit of background first on where I came from in terms of art. So my mom had an art business for a while, and sorry, it's so tempting to look at the screen and not the camera, but I'll try. So my mom had an art business for a while, and she had always had our art supplies in the house. She always had art books in the house. We had copies of Monet's art books all over the place. We used to live in New York, so we went to the Met regularly, and that was just a consistent part of life. So I always really loved doodling. I drew on the Macaroni Grill restaurant tables and really enjoyed just kind of whipping out the markers and sketchbooks whenever possible. So I was mainly kind of a doodler and kind of not really a formal artist for a long time. But enjoying it, but not really doing it seriously. And then around 10th grade, sorry, wind there, I had the opportunity, I guess the doodles had gotten decent, and I had the opportunity to take part in an AP studio art at my high school as a sophomore. And so as I obviously said yes, car over there. So part of the AP portfolio, for those who might not be familiar, you have to create 12 pieces for your breadth section, 12 pieces for your concentration section, and then you pick the 5 that you feel are best to actually physically send to the college board, hoping that nothing happens to those in the mail over the course of 3 months. But So for my concentration, with the breadth section, you're supposed to demonstrate wide abilities in terms of media and subject matter. But concentration, you're supposed to pick an idea or topic and really delve into that. So for my concentration, I decided to focus on the influence of the Muse in classical art and literature. So I had a piece, the cello painting on all my business cards and Facebook cover and everything. I played cello since 5th grade, so I wanted to demonstrate with that piece the inspiration that the cello offers me by alluding in terms of the color scheme to the resonant, mellow sound that the cello offers. Another piece was it showed a boy in an Indian slum surrounded by the Greek muses of antiquity, completed in a different media than other objects in the scene. And the idea with that was that inspiration can strike artists in the darkest of places, and creativity is found everywhere. Sorry, here, my face a little bit. That was the idea with that one piece. I also created another watercolor painting of Magdalen College from Oxford, trying to show that education brings inspiration to people as well. And then finally the piece that I'm talking about here, supposed to be talking about, Oh for a Muse of Fire. So that, I'm an Anglophile and I'm passionate about British literature. So I decided to create that piece as an homage to the opening lines of the prologue of Shakespeare's King Henry V. So it's, I could only remember a few lines, but it's Oh for a Muse of Fire that would ascend the highest heaven of invention, kingdom for a stage, princes to act, and something for the swelling scene, or something like that. You could probably Google that in 10 seconds. But I wanted to, at the time, and this was, by the way, 4 years ago, so I'm trying to remember exactly what I had in mind. Lindsay sent me an incredible email with her interpretation of it, and oh my goodness, she's a poet. That was so well written. You should publish that, Lindsay. With her interpretation of that drawing. But I remember I was essentially trying to show what Shakespeare's environment might have been when he was composing that, those lines of poetry. And I had just gotten some brand new ink pens, so I was interested in seeing how much detail I could go into with those pens, and also use that white space to create the illusion of light. So there's a ton of cross-hatching in there if you look. So I was really trying to I only had black and white to work with. I didn't have anything else other than the ink pens with which to create the illusion of light coming off of those candles. So I worked with I cross-hatched till like there was no tomorrow, and hopefully it worked. The only other I said it was only ink pens. There is a little bit of colored pencil around Shakespeare's hand because I was trying to use that in that specific place to make the hand look like it was glowing, to make the hand stick out. So that's with that piece. But in terms of what generally inspires me as an artist slash creative process, I'm really inspired, as you can see by the black and white in that piece, by contrast. I feel like having larger fields of color or versus smaller fields of color, or bright fields versus darker fields, is one of the best and most effective ways with which you can inspire, or rather grab the attention of the viewer. So contrast, maybe to shock them. I'm not into macabre or uber scary subjects, but I do like drawing dinosaurs. You might see some realistic drawings of T-Rexes on my website. I just think I like I like dinosaurs, and B, it's to be able to kind of make the reader go, "Whoa, what happened?" is also a really fun opportunity as well. Um, let's see what else. I'm also, and this is essentially a fancy way of saying that I like drawing animals, but I really am interested in how kind of the construction and anatomy of creatures on Earth, so especially mammals. And it helps that the zoo is so close by because that offers ample opportunity to go out there and just take pictures and then bring those back and work with that. And also, right, yeah, so those would be a few of the big inspirations. In terms of reaching out to you, in terms of inspiring your creative process, I would say discard your inhibitions. Just go for it. Enjoy. Find a subject that you're especially interested in. If you're a beginning artist and you're looking for something to be inspired by, just go for the thing that you're either if you're sitting next to your computer typing, like draw your coffee, or draw the tree, or draw your friend. Just either find something that's right there and just make yourself do it. Just do it, Nike, or find something that you're Google something that makes you happy, that might come to your mind quickly when you think of something that you really like to enjoy. I wouldn't recommend trying to step too far outside your comfort zone on your first drawing. Just get yourself excited first, and then start challenging yourself, and then go for the AP fine art type of subjects. But I'd say a daily habit, or as close to daily as possible, really helps. Don't limit yourself in terms of art supplies. Go borrow some from friends or your art teacher. In terms of recommending art supplies, I love pen and ink, working with contrast. It is Inktober, so you could go enjoy that. Let's see. Oh, right, pencil. I love Copic markers. They're so expensive, but so worth it. If you go on eBay, you can get them for like I don't know what five eighths in terms of percentages. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's like, but it's about maybe what 65, 70%. But you can get them for 40% off or so of the normal price on Amazon, on eBay. So you can do that there. Let's see what else. Oil paint, watercolor, but I'd say at the beginning just pen and pencil, and maybe marker or colored pencil is a great beginning option. Watercolors are usually readily available too, so you could do that as well. But anyway, I'm so excited to have the opportunity to do this. Thank you again, Lindsay and the staff of Canvas, for this opportunity and for selecting me for the interior cover art. And I hope to do more of these in the future. Thank you very much. If you wanted to check out my website, you can go to alexandrabowmanart.com. I think it will be linked there, but just in case. And then also, if you wanted to email me, you could do bene.scripta@gmail.com. bene.script@gmail.com. It actually means written well or good writing in Latin. So, yeah. I like literature. Anyway, so thank you very much. Have a wonderful day, and then I hope to hear from you. Bye-bye.